Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Amir Nazir. Again, we are here to discuss a topic of communication. Today, we will discuss the principles of communication, which is also called 9 C's of communication. As you know, you communicate with others through oral or written channel. But you should know what principles should be followed when you communicating with someone verbally or non-verbally. So in verbal communication, which includes oral and written communication, you need to know about the principles which should be there while you communicating with others. And I will explain the 9 C's, the famous 9 C's of communication, which is also considered as the basic business writing principle. So let's move on to the next slide. So these are the 9 C's of communication. These are basically the basic business writing principles. Obviously, if you are working inside in the organization, you have to communicate both inside the organization and outside the organization. You have to interact with the other employees, with customers, with suppliers, with your boss, with your colleagues, and you have to respond to the emails you receive from others. You have to write a lot of letters and emails you have to send to others. You have to you want the favorable feedback from them, and they also want the same response from you. If you include these 9 C's into your communication, into your letters and or your memorandum, there are high chances that you will get what you want to get. Obviously, you want to get the favorable feedback, the positive response. So these 9 C's are correctness, conciseness, clarity, completeness, concreteness, consideration, courtesy, confidence, conversation, and tone. In verbal communication, maybe because verbal communication is the fastest way to transmit your message to someone, so it is very difficult to include all of these C's into the message. But if you are writing a letter, if you are using a written communication channel, so these 9 C's can be ensured, and they will help you out to achieve your target or goal. So let's go to the first C. The first C is correctness. It is the very basic writing principle. It is the very basic principle of communication. Your message should be correct, because if your message is incorrect, so you will never get the favorable feedback. And to get the correctness into the communication, use the correct level of language. Obviously, uh, uh, if you are communicating with someone and your language is not matched with that person, so it is very difficult for the person to understand what you want him to understand. Include only accurate facts, words, and figures. Your words, your facts and figures should be accurate. It should be correct. Misrepresentation of the data of the fact will not help you. Will not make your communication effective. And maintain acceptable writing mechanics. It means that if you are writing something, you are writing a letter, so there should be a structural pattern of that letter. If your letter is unstructured, you don't know how to write a letter, you don't know about the basic parts of the letter, you should know about the business letter formats, so that you can bring correctness into your communication. There should be proper grammar, punctuation, spelling, and paragraphing. The spelling should be correct, the punctuation should be there, and avoid switching from third person to second or first person. If you are writing in the third person, don't use I, me, we, us, you. If you are writing to someone who is a third person, who is he, who is she, who is someone else, don't use I or we. Don't use you. Uh, uh, Avoid switching from third person to second or first. Always use third person word, and so that you will be able to make your whole communication correct. And your communication, if your communication is correct, obviously you will get the favorable feedback. The second basic principle is conciseness. Obviously, um, if you are communicating with someone who is your colleague, or who is your customer or supplier, and everyone is busy nowadays. Everyone has a tough routine to manage. So obviously they don't have time to go through unnecessary lengthy messages. So you should avoid unnecessary repetition. You should not repeat your sentences, your words, and don't, please don't use the wordy expressions. Don't use the words, expressive words like Yahoo, wow. That type of words are not acceptable in the business communication. So unnecessary repetition and wordy expression should not be there in the message, and only include the relevant facts with courtesy. The facts which make your message so strong, because the message without support of the facts is just the waste. So please, if you want to make your message effective and strong, you want to put a strong effect on the respondent of your message. So facts and figures which are relevant to the message should be there in the communication, and organize the message logically and efficiently. The logical message should be logical. Try to give the logical reason. For example, if you want to sell something to the customer, and you are communicating with the customer, so logically convince him through your message. Show him his need. Show him that how your product can help him. Because if you are telling him that this product, you are selling this product and you will get the profit if you sell the product, so it does not work there. So you if so you have to give the you have to use the logical reasoning with the customer. Show him his benefit, so that your message will become efficient, and there are high chances that he will buy your product. So if because conciseness make the message more understandable and comprehensible, and uh, avoid uh, avoid the repetition, and just organize the message logically and efficiently, so they will help you out in your business routine. The third basic C is the clarity. Obviously, clarity is demanded in business communication. So, if you want to achieve the clarity in your communication, use familiar and conversational words. The familiar words, which is easy to understand, which is very common to use with others. If you use unfamiliar, difficult words, so the others will face the difficulty to understand the message. And use proper punctuation, commas, full stops. Properly managed message will help you to achieve your objective, and make the message readable and understandable. Obviously, um, proper punctuations obviously make the writing clear. If you want to make your writing clear, make proper punctuation. Insert examples, obviously tables and graph if necessary. If for example, if I am explaining the law of demand, so without a schedule and without a graph, it is very difficult to me to deliver the lecture on law of demand. So I will draw a schedule, a table, or a graph of law of demand, and I will explain it, so it will be very clear to the students. That's why clarity is very important in communication. Completeness. Obviously, your message should be complete. The message should be complete to bring desirable result. Obviously, you want desirable result, you want favorable feedback. So if your message is not complete, how can you get it? And it should include everything the reader wants or needs. Or always show them their needs and wants. Because if you want to make others interested in your message, if you want others to get to take interest in your letter or your message, so show them their needs and wants. If someone is asking about your product, if there are queries about your services, your product, so answer all the question in the order they were asked. So for example, someone is asking 5 or 6 questions in a row, so answer all the question in the order they were asked. Orderly answer is will make your communication better. Ensure to answer 5 W's and any other essentials. 5 W's mean who, when, what, where, why. So you must ensure the answers of 5 W's are there in the message. Give some additional information if important. Obviously, customers or potential customers always try to ask more and more about your organization or your product. So try to put some additional information into the message, so that they will help you um, to get the desirable result. The fifth one is concreteness. Concreteness means strongness, something which is very strong. We call it concrete. So be specific to facts and figures, because without facts and figures, your message is as I already told you, is a waste. So your facts and figures support your message. They support your letter, or what you are saying. And use action verbs always, because the business writing should be specific, definite, and vivid. Because if your message is not concrete, is not strong, they will know, it will have no effect on your respondent. So use action verbs, so you can accomplish it by using active voice, or you try to use active voice. Action If you want to put action verbs, try to use active voice in the message. Don't be passive. And make comparison and use concrete. For example, if you compare your product with the competitor's product in your message, so it will create the difference. It will differentiate you from the other products. Why? Because customer wants to know, why should I buy your product. So you have to compare your product with someone else's product, so you will differentiate your product from the others, and you will convince the customer to buy it. Or if you are explaining the plan, if you are working in the company, and you have a meeting with the boss, and you have a plan to enhance the sales, or to reduce the expenses of the business, or any other plan you have, you want to tell the boss. So try to make the comparison of your plan with the consequences, or with the current plan. If you want to change the current plan, so try to compare the current plan with the future plan, which you are going to you want to implement. So comparison make the difference, and have a very deep effect on the receiver of the message. Consideration. Obviously, it is very important thing. Emphasize you attitude. Always talk about the person with whom you are communicating. Show him his interest. Offer a service of value to reader or listener. Because consideration basically refers to you attitude, empathy, and human touch. It gives your message a human touch, the emotion, the feeling. And obviously it means the message with the receiver in mind. So you should try to visualize your readers, their desire, their problems, emotions, and possible reactions to your request. For example, if you are communicating with someone, so if you know what he wants, what he needs, so talk about it, and he will take interest in it, and he will understand your message more effectively. And offer him more services. In many messages of the product and service companies, we find that it is written at the end of the message, contact us to know about us, to know more about us. So they are basically offering an additional service to us. They are giving value to us. So giving value to the person uh, with which you are communicating. Stress the positive, pleasant aspect of the facts. Uh, Represent the facts and figures with a positive attitude, so that it will bring the value to your message. And valuable message, obviously valuable message has a deep impact on the person who is receiving your message, who is decoding your message. The seventh one is courtesy. Courtesy means to show politeness to other through your behavior. Your behavior shows a politeness. You use thank you use your sincerely. All these things are basically you are paying the courtesy to the others. So be appreciative, tactful, and thoughtful, because it costs nothing but can change everything. As you can see on the picture a quote about it. Grant and apologize candidly, omit annoying expressions, um, because everyone gains where courtesy reigns is a good old age slogan for written and oral communication. And courtesy is basically more important and advantageous in business writing than it is in face-to-face communication. If you are in face-to-face communication with someone else, courtesy must be there, but in business writing it is more important and valuable, because you want to bring the strong relation with your customers, suppliers, and all the other outside the organization. So courtesy is basically building your goodwill, because the companies having a goodwill are more successful in the industry. So it should be in your message. So the eighth 9C is confidence. Obviously, confidence should be there in the message, and your message will be more successful obviously when you show confidence in yourself and in your message. Uh, Obviously, um, uh, if you lack in confidence, so you may find yourself unable to write or speak. For example, if you are giving the presentation and you don't have the confidence, you cannot be considered as a good presenter, and you may not represent your case strongly. If you want to put your case strongly in front of others, um, through presentation or through written communication, through oral communication, or through any other channel, so your confidence should be reflected through your message. And if there is no confidence, you may throw a bad impression on others, and as a backlash, it will damage the goodwill of your firm, or yourself even. So be confident, um, and make your message more supportive through the facts and figures, and you show them that you can do what you are writing in the communication, in your message. The next one is conversational tone. Basically, if I am face-to-face communication with someone, there is so conversational tone is there, because he is decoding my words through my facial expression, which gives my word a conversational tone, and it is easy understandable message when you are talking with someone face to face. But it is very difficult to create such environment when you are communicating through written channel. So if you want to create a conversational tone, uh, you write like you are talking to your reader. So it depends on your words, your sentences, your phrases which you are using. So you should be straightforward. Your words should be varying. Don't use similar words again and again, and avoid vague wording. Vague wording means unclear wording, difficult to which are difficult to understand, which give double meaning, which gives no meaning to your sentence. So clear and straightforward message should be transmitted to the reader or listener, and your communication or your letter should read as if you are talking to the reader, and your tone should be comfortable, natural, conversational, and it is very important because conversational tone makes the writer empathic, and you should avoid the repetitive words, the unfamiliar words, uh, so that you can create a conversational tone into your communication. So your language may become formal, making communication. So don't be more formal, because much formal message have a lack of conversational tone, and it makes your message ineffective and weak, and your audience or your reader may get bored, unattractive, unattentive. So you have to be very, very, very um, tactful. You have to be very careful about your conversational tone. So these are our 9 C's of communication, and I tried to explain each of C with the help of example, and I hope that you understood the business writing principle of the communication. So if you like this video, please subscribe our channel and share it to the other students as well, and इंशाल्लाह आपसे फिर नेक्स्ट वीडियो में मुलाकात होगी. अपना ख्याल रखिएगा. अल्लाह हाफिज़.